welcome back to my channel. Starting out with a fresh face, and I've got my hair tied up. I'm going to be priming my lids for our first step. I'm taking the NYX eyeshadow base, and it's kind of just like a pot form of the jumbo pencil, and I'm going to be applying this generously from my lid to my brow bone and also a little bit under my eye as well, just because we're going to be using so much shadow today. I really want to make sure that my lids are well primed. Then I'm just going to blend that out with the warmth of my hands. Then I'm taking the Take Me to Brazil palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm using the black shadow right down the bottom there on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be really densely packing this on my lid from the inner corner all the way out to the outer corner. I'm trying to create a cat eye shape with this, but I'm not bringing it above my crease because there's going to be so much dark colours going on. We don't want it to be too harsh. Then I'm taking a large fluffy brush and the white shadow in the palette, and I'm going to just buff that back and forth, and this is going to be our transition shade. It's really going to help us with the blending throughout this tutorial, so you just want to buff that out, and then you want to go back in with that black colour again and just repack that on your lid because you do lose a fair bit of intensity when you blend. With a really dense blending brush and that bright red shadow, we're going to be really heavily applying this in our crease. You want to just really apply this from the outer corner to the in. We really want this look to be really bright red, really intense, so you want to just keep going over it till you get the colour payoff that you're happy with. I went over it a few times and then I blended it out with that clean blending brush with no additional product, and I just kept repeating this step, and then of course topping up the black on the lid as well because you really want that to be nice and intense too. Then I'm taking that same black eyeshadow on that same brush, and we're going to be really buffing this into our lower lash line, bringing that all the way to the inner corner. You just don't want it to be as heavy on the inner corner, but it still needs to be there to be really dark and really intense. Then on a really fine brush, I'm taking that red shadow. I'm using a fine brush underneath my lower lash line because I really didn't want this look to be really smoky at the bottom. It'd be too harsh with all the colours going on. So I just lightly applied that, then I took this angled brush and buffed it all out till I was happy with the colour payoff. Then I'm taking a white eyeliner from Maybelline and really heavily lining my bottom waterline. I want these eyes to look really large and really doll-like, so this is really effective with that look, along with the contacts that I'm going to be wearing later on. Then I'm going to be lining my top lid with my Australis liquid eyeliner, and you just want to line a really thick cat eye, and you guys can do this however you like. As long as you don't go out of the border of the eyeshadow, then it won't look weird. After I've done that, I kind of lost the footage of myself applying eyelashes and mascara, so I do apologise, but all I did was apply these bulky lashes on the top and lots of mascara on my bottom lashes. Then after that I popped in my contacts. So if you guys are wondering where I got my contacts from, I get most of my contacts from MapleLens.com. I'll leave the link down below and on the screen as well. So once we have the contacts in, this is what the completed eyes look like without any body paint at all. Then I'm going to take a dark brown brow pencil and fill in my brows. Harley has really dark brows, and I wanted to keep true to the character because she has such blonde hair and dark brows. I feel like that really keeps her mental and crazy looking, so I'm just going to fill my brows in really heavy and really dark and then just lightly brush them through with a spoolie. I'm then taking a eyeshadow from Chi Chi. I'm pretty sure this is called To the Moon and Back, and it's just an off-white colour to highlight my brow bone. I didn't want a really intense brow bone highlight since we've got such dark colours going on here. That would kind of just look a bit too mental even for Harley. Then I'm taking a brow tint from Australis and running that through my brows. It's kind of like a really super glue brow gel, so it's really good for keeping them in place all day. Then I'm going to be taking my KRYOLAN Super Clown White, and this is a grease paint, so I'm going to be applying it with my MadeYewLook foundation brush, and you can kind of really buff this into the skin. I wanted to give a really pale complexion but not a full-on intense white face paint, and what I'm doing here is just cleaning up underneath my eyes to really make sure that that shadow is in a nice cat eye shape as well. So you want to go ahead and do that while you're applying the face paint. To set that all in place, I'm taking my Nye Neutral Set. You can use any type of translucent powder, a baby powder, anything like that. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, and you just want to buff that all over your face because it was a grease paint and it does kind of need to be set or it'll slide and glide everywhere. Then I'm taking that red colour again on that dense brush, and I'm going to be contouring the sides of my face. I'm going to go in later on and intensify this at the end of the tutorial, but for now you just want to apply the block colour of it So you can apply this in any shape that you like, but I like the really intense kind of contouring with my looks because, let's be honest, all of my looks are really intense and really out there anyways. So now I'm taking my Montmartre face and body paint, and I'm taking the red color, and I'm just going to be filling in the lips. I didn't get good footage of this because I'm still setting up in my new house, so I do apologize, but I'm just going to be filling in my lips, and then I'm going to be extending my smile to give me that really nice Joker effect. So after I finish painting the lips, this is what they look like. They're very Harley, they're very cute. And then I'm going to be painting on her supervillain mask. So I'm taking my black eyeliner from Maybelline, and I'm just going to be outlining my eyes. I wanted to keep the mask really close and really tight to where her eyes were because I wanted all of the attraction to be on her eyes and how large and doll-like they look. So you want to line the mask really, really close to the brows and really close to the eyes, but not too close. You need to see a little bit of her pale skin showing. And then after I've done that, I just went ahead and lined a shape that I thought suited my face for the mask. You can go ahead and line any type of mask shape that you like for this part. Then I'm going to take my Montmartre black paint and my MadeYewLook fine detailing brush, and I'm just going to start outlining that whole mask. I'm pretty sure you guys don't need to see too much footage of this because this video is going to be way too long anyways, so you just need to outline the whole entire mask. After I've done that, I'm then going to take the large eyeshadow brush from MadeYewLook, and I'm just going to fill in the whole mask completely black. So if you're going to plan on wearing this with a costume, this is the end of the tutorial for you. You can continue watching on the body paint, of course, but all I did was I scruffed up my hair and I just pulled out my fringe a little bit. Then I rolled down my singlet so I could start painting the body. The first thing I'm going to do is take my Snazaroo Clown White and the MadeYewLook foundation brush, no surprise there, and I'm going to be just starting to paint on the little collar of the costume, I suppose you could say. And I don't really know what these things are called. I would just gonna call them like clown ruffle Joker type looking things, and you want to just go ahead and paint those on in the white shade. So this is actually one of the first proper body paintings that I'm doing on my channel. If you're really enjoying it, please give it a very big thumbs up. It was so hard to do, you would not believe. I'm then going to be painting on the little pom-poms at the end of each ruffle, and after I've done that, I'm taking the red color from my Montmartre palette and just a squared off paintbrush, and I'm going to divide my body down the center, and I'm going to start painting my right hand side with the red. See, if I was smart, I would have painted it with the black to cover my tattoo, but I don't think of these things when I'm filming. I just get so excited, so sorry about that. But yeah, you want to just go around and line the ruffles and just sharpen up the edges of the shape that you've created. And then after you've outlined the whole entire area, you just want to fill in everything that is going to be visible with the costume that you're going to be wearing, I suppose, if you're going to be doing a body painting. So I'm just going to be painting the rest of my body that is visible on camera for you guys. Taking that same black body paint from Montmartre and the large foundation brush, I'm going to be repeating the same step I did with the red side. So I'm just going to be filling in that whole entire area of my chest and my arms, and then I'm going to be just going around the edges with a really small detailed brush, and I'm just going to really sharpen up the edges of those ruffles and the pom-poms. So I'm taking that same black paint again and a fine detailed paintbrush, and I'm just going to start going over the little pom-poms and the ruffles, and you really want to take your time with this because I'm not really familiar with body painting. I was taking a really long time and I was just really scared that I was going to muck it up, but I didn't, so it made me happy. And yeah, you just want to continue outlining them all the way that you like. The one in the center I gave a little flick just to show that it has a little bit of depth or something, I don't really know, but yeah, you guys can see what I'm saying here. Then I'm taking the MadeYewLook large eyeshadow brush and that same paint, and I'm going to be painting half of my neck, so I'm dividing it down the center and then filling the whole area in to make it look like the neck of the costume or the suit that she's wearing. I got really poor footage of this, but that's kind of what it looked like. Then I just went in with the same brush that I washed, and I used the red paint and did the exact same on the other side. taking the black eyeshadow again and an eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be giving it a really nice subtle shading just to make the suit look a lot more realistic. So I'm going around the ruffles, and then I'm going to be blending that out really well. And I'm also going to be going in between the chest area and giving it these little ripple shapes just to make it look like the suit was creasing in those certain areas. I'm then going to be filling in my whole shoulder area with black just to give it more of a depth and shading look, as if the shadow is coming from the opposite side. And then I'm also going to be filling in around my arm area or my armpit area and just making some nice little creases as well, where the suit would obviously crease if it was real. Then I'm taking a white paint on an eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to repeat the exact same step that we did on the red side but for the black side. So I'm making the little creases down the center of the body and blending those out. I'm going to be also highlighting the little ruffle areas and all around the armpit area as well. Then I'm going to be taking a brush with a little bit of black paint on it just to blend those out and make it look a little bit less subtle, because we did use a white to shade it, which is strange. Then I'm taking that same white paint and I'm highlighting a little bit of my chest, my shoulder and my arm, and I'm just going to be smudging that out with my brush and also with my fingers. So I'm taking that really dense blending brush again and that red shadow, and I'm just going to be really deepening up that eye area because I felt like it turned into more of a purple. I wanted it to be a really standout bright red color because Harley is all red and black. So you want to just go in again and do your final touches. So after I've done the eyes, I'm going in with a blush and I'm going to really heavily apply this all over the cheeks, and it's really going to help that red shadow blend out, and it's going to give it a really contoured look as well. So you want to go really dramatic and really crazy with the blush. This is kind of like my last little final touches just to make the look exactly how I wanted it and exactly how I imagined. After I've done that, I'm then taking a white paint again but on a fine tipped brush, and I'm going to be just applying a little bit of this on the mask in certain areas to give it a nice little subtle highlight. Then you just want to tap that out with your finger to blend it away. So to finish off the look, I'm just scruffing up my hair, and I left it in a higher ponytail because I felt like I didn't have a fringe for the pigtails to work, but you can totally go ahead and put pigtails if you have the right hair for it. So I hope you guys all really enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you all again so much for watching. Hey everyone, so this is the much requested Harley Quinn. I know you guys, in every video I have like 20 to 30 people saying please do Harley Quinn. So I hope I've done her justice, and I hope you guys like it. This isn't based on a particular Harley Quinn. It's kind of just like a whole bunch of the different styles that she has put together. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. It was really fun for me to film. I've never really done a proper body paint before. So just give this video a thumbs up if you thought I did well. And I based most of my shading off the MadeYewLook Harley Quinn body paint tutorial. So if you want to go check out hers, it's way better, trust me. So I'll leave the link for hers in the description box below. But yeah, I really hope you guys all enjoyed, and please remember to subscribe because Halloween's just around the corner. Comment any more suggestions you have down below. Bye guys.